Good morning, students of St. Michael's. This is the class for class 9 geography, and we'll continue with chapter 8 of your book, that is West Bengal. So, I believe you had already finished the location and neighboring countries of West Bengal. The next topic that we'll study is the neighboring states of West Bengal. So, let's see what are the neighboring states of West Bengal precisely. So, neighbor means any state which shares its border with just the immediate state is called its neighbor. As you can see here, West Bengal is joined with Jharkhand. It's joined with Bihar in the west. It's joined with Sikkim in the north. It's joined with Assam in the east. So all these four states, including Tripura here, are the neighbors. Now, Tripura over here, it is very far from West Bengal. But if you see, if Bangladesh was not here, then Tripura would be a neighbor of West Bengal. It would be the immediate neighbor of West Bengal. Because Bangladesh has become a separate country of their own, that is why there is a space here between which does not belong to India. This is Bangladesh. Okay, so one by one, just study the important features of each of the neighboring states of India. So first we have Sikkim. This very small part to the north of West Bengal is called Sikkim. So it is located on the eastern part of the Himalayas. So Himalayas is situated over here, mainly in Nepal. So Sikkim is situated on the eastern part of the Himalayas. It is mainly a highland. Many parts of Sikkim are mountainous regions. Many parts people can live, and Sikkim is also a very good tourist spot. So that was some relief. That was about some relief. Now for the drainage part, which I have not mentioned in the notes, which you have to copy it down in your notebook, please, that the Tista is a river and its tributaries, they have formed valleys in the country. The valleys which are present, they have been formed by the river Tista and its tributaries. The climate is temperate cool, which means it is very cooler from here. Why? Because it is situated at the northern side, and as we go north and south, the temperature decreases. So, occupation, agriculture is the main occupation over here. They grow crops as you can see on your screen, and the important industries are fruit making and watchmaking. The capital is Gangtok. Now, if I mentioned that as you go north and south, the temperature increases. But as we go south of India, the temperature increases. Why? Because of simple geographical phenomenon. Because the south of India is close to the equator. If we move more towards the south, then it becomes colder and colder. The more north we move and the more southern we move, it becomes colder. However, the tropic zone, which is from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn, is the torrid zone, which means it has a hot climate. The second important neighbor is Assam, which is situated, as you can see over here, it is just beside Bangladesh and also West Bengal. It is located on the northeast of West Bengal, eastern side and northern side. So northeast of West Bengal, it has a subtropical monsoon climate. Means it has a climate which is hot and humid. The humidity is very much here, and the it is also more acquainted. Rainfalls are very frequent here. Means the rain, it often happens rainfall here. Tea plantation is the main occupation. See, you don't have to learn it from the book. You just make this small table in your copy and Even if you learn it like this, you will be able to structure it in sentences. Like, tea plantation is the main occupation, and the crops grown are rice, tobacco, jute, and pulses. Besides, Assam also has many industries such as oil refining industry, timber processing industry, and tea processing industry. And the minerals which can be found here are petroleum and natural gas. So this is how you have to write and learn. Next, we have Bihar on the western side of West Bengal. It has a tropical monsoon climate. So, more or less, all the neighbors of West Bengal have the same kind of climate because they are not situated very far from each other. And the climate of a state or a place depends on the latitude and longitude they belong to. So, they are more or less present very close to each other. So, the climate of each state is more or less same to each other. Here also agriculture is the main occupation. You can see huge fields in Bihar of for which have been made for agriculture. The crops grown are given. Sugar industry and oil milling are the major industries, and capital is Patna. Next is Jharkhand, also on the western side of West Bengal. It is a plateau. So Jharkhand is a so Bihar is mostly a plain. However, Jharkhand is a plateau, means it rises from the ground. It is not a plain. It is a plateau. So it also has a tropical monsoon modified by altitude. So obviously, if Jharkhand is a plateau, there are some places which are situated in the upper highland and some places which are situated in the lower plains. So the places which are situated on the plateau, means on the upper side, would be cold, and the places which are situated on the plains of Jharkhand, they will be comparatively less cool or warm. So this is meant by tropical monsoon modified by altitude. As higher I go, the colder it becomes. Agriculture is the main occupation. However, it suffers because of poor laterite and red soil. So the soil over here is not very fertile, because of which the agriculture suffers. Which means the agriculture products are, which means the people here, they practice agriculture, but they are not everyone is successful because of the poor soil. The industries in Jharkhand are very important. We all know that in Jamshedpur there are Tata Steel Industries, uh, aluminium industry in Muri, and copper industry in Mobandar. The minerals found and capital is Ranchi. The next is Odisha, which is present on the southwest of West Bengal. Southwest corner of West Bengal. It consists of highland, plateaus, and plains. So Odisha consists of all the three types of lands, which are highlands, plateaus, and plains. The climate here is also the same. Agriculture is the main occupation. Rice, jute, millet, sugarcane. However, Odisha, the capital of Odisha is Bhubaneswar, and in Bhubaneswar, if many of you are going to take science and they're going to study in BTech, Bhubaneswar has top class colleges for the science students. So if anyone wants to do BTech or MTech or that kind of thing, so you can go to Bhubaneswar. Iron and steel, these are some industries, and these are some of the minerals found in Odisha. Next, we have Tripura, which is not exactly the neighbor of West Bengal, but it is a neighbor with Bangladesh lying in the middle. So, this is Tripura, if you see, just beside Bangladesh. Tropical monsoon lies in the east of Bangladesh border. Agriculture is the main occupation here also, but here also agriculture suffers because of poor sandy soil. Rice, sugarcane, tea, and rubber only can be grown here, and there are not more many industries in Tripura. Only handmade products are on the industries of handmade goods or products are available here. Handloom and cottage industries. The capital is Agartala. Lastly, we have administrative divisions of West Bengal, that which means that how the West Bengal has been divided in order so that it can be governed properly. So these are the districts of West Bengal. There are total 23 districts of West Bengal, and with the help of this map, you can pinpoint each district where they are. Suppose Darjeeling 1, this is Darjeeling. 2, Jalpaiguri, here is Jalpaiguri. Okay, so if you want, you can have a very good look at this by pausing the video. So there are total 23 districts, and all 23 districts have been divided, have been grouped, not divided, they have been grouped into 5 divisions. The 5 divisions are Jalpaiguri, Bardwan, Presidency, Malda, and Mednipur. You can see which division is where and they comprise of what area. Suppose take this Malda division. It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 districts over here. Means 4, 5, 6, 8. 4 Uttar Dinajpur, 5 Dakshin Dinajpur, 6 Malda, and 8 Murshidabad. So this is the Malda division. So in the same way, you can also find out the other divisions and what are the districts, and you have to learn the districts found in each division. So each of the division, it is led by a divisional commissioner. He is the one divisional commissioner has been appointed for each of the 5 divisions. Further, these divisions, they are divided into districts. The districts are divided into blocks. So for the districts, there are officers such as district officers, and for the blocks, there are officers called BDO or block divisional officers. The rest in the village areas, you can find bodies such as Gram Panchayat and Panchayat. It is not very necessary to learn the number of Gram Panchayats found over here. You just need to have an idea of how things work in West Bengal, how they are governed. The only thing that you need to know is that the West Bengal has been grouped into 5 divisions, and each division is led by a divisional commissioner. So we'll keep it till here today, and in the next class we'll learn about the physical environment, that is physiography and drainage of West Bengal. I'm not giving you any homework today, but your homework will be to copy all the important features of each of the states and learn them, copy them after learning. That will be beneficial to you. Thank you so much.